What does the Bible say about masturbation? Well, it doesn't say anything specifically about masturbation, except for one little line that Jesus says that I'll get to here at the end. But what the Bible does talk a lot about is what we do with our minds. Romans chapter 12, verse 2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world." How? By the transformation, the renewal of your mind. That's where Scripture is always going to start. So if I'm a person that covets, that's going to turn into greed, and that's going to turn into a whole life of just pursuing stuff. If I have bitterness inside me, that's going to turn into unforgiveness, and unforgiveness is eventually going to turn into hateful behavior towards other people. Lust is just one of those internal contemplations that leads to other bad stuff. That's why Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 28, if you even look at a woman lustfully, you've already committed adultery with her in your heart. So we are taught above everything else that lust is the thing we need to nip in the bud. It leads to all kinds of sexual immorality. But then listen to what Jesus says. He says, so if your right eye causes you sin, gouge it out and throw it away. I can get that in connection with lust. I look at something, I might be tempted to lust, right? And then he says, if your right hand causes you sin, cut it off and throw it away. Well, what's your right hand got to do with lust? I think that Jesus wants us to put together, and this is just Grant's hot take. I think that Jesus wants us to put together that self-gratification might be one of the first results of lust. So I'm saying let's keep the main thing the main thing. Jesus is using this drastic hyperbole of gouge out your eye, cut off your arm, to say take drastic measures to not lust, to not look at pornography. And if you do that, I promise you will be a healthier, happier follower of Christ.